my name is Mohit. Today I will walk you through a platform called Worx, which is an enterprise productivity platform for professional services teams. So it's an AI powered platform which unifies different modules like project management, resource management, client management, financial management, and so on. So professional services firms, they struggle to manage multiple platforms for anything and everything they had to do from productivity side of it, right? For example, for project management, a lot of teams might be using Jira and Asana. For communication, they might be using Teams and Slack and so on and so on. And because of disparate sources, what happens that data is not integrated. So because of that, you do not see any holistic insights of the organization, and you cannot see CXO 360 dashboards where you can actually understand the organization health at an overall level. So that is a problem Squad platform is trying to solve, and it's an AI powered platform. It's an agentic platform as well, which actually unifies your different platforms at one place, and all of those platforms are built natively in Squad. For example, if you see insights, all the CXO insights you will see here. Then project management, you can manage your projects here. Resource management to see employee capacity, employee availability, resource booking, and so on. Then you have live office for communication and collaboration, where your AI agents and your employees will collaborate here. Then your calendar to see a collaborative view of your organization. Then your timesheet management. Then skill management, you can manage your employee skills, trainings, goals, and so on. Then the whole performance review. Now this might look like it's an HRMS platform, but it is not. The only objective is how do we bring holistic insights from a organization health perspective or from an enterprise productivity perspective. Anything which has to do with productivity of the firm, right? All the components or all the products have been put together at one place, and because of its interoperability, it actually all the modules talk to each other. For example, the project module talks to resource management module, the resource management module talk to timesheet management. Any timesheet you fill in, automatically gets populated from projects. Any projects you populate, it gets automatically created in live office as groups. So there is a lot of interoperability because all the modules have been created in-house natively on this platform. Now I will dig deep into that. So we'll start with home first. So home is nothing but like a dashboard where you see an agent called Ask Squad. You can ask different types of questions, summarize this and next week, what did I miss last week. These are some standard templates, but you can actually type also and can actually ask what was the billable hours for Mudit last week. So you can actually ask anything and you can get things done. So it's a small dashboard where you see reminders, you see your meetings, your tasks, and you see this sort of AI agent where you can ask anything about your product. So because we have integrated portfolio of project and resource management, right? So the AI agents are able to go to any module and able to fetch that information for you, right? And there is a small module of wall of moments also, where any project you create, right, it will come here as a highlight. Any celebrations may also be visible here. So it's a small module here from that perspective. And if I go to the core module of it, which is insights, right, this is the most important part of the whole platform from an enterprise productivity perspective. So first is CXO 360. Now what is CXO 360? So Squad actually talks about holistic organization health, for example, operational efficiency, top line growth, and so on. Now we are able to bring productivity percentage at an org level, project deviation, resource utilization, gross margin, total revenue, billable hours. So if you see all this, we are able to bring from different modules put together, right? So your timesheet may be involved, your project management module may be involved, your resource management module may be involved. So different modules have been involved in bringing the CXO 360 dashboards, where you can see the overall organization health here in one dashboard, right? So if I say you don't want to see at an org level, but you want to see at an employee level, so we have employees level scorecards also. So you type the name of the employee and you can actually see this is my colleague, for example, and you can see active time, billable hours, upskilling percentage, goals percentage, engagement rate, task productivity of let's say of that particular week, if the tasks have been assigned in the project, and so on, right? Let's say if I type Asta, or you can see for yeah, so it's all on track, right? So this is how you can see either employee level scorecards, or you can see at org level dashboard. Then you can see activity, so which contains your active hours, away hours, meeting time, billable hours of all employees put together. So here you can keep a track of it. Then comes the billable hours. In professional services firms, companies charge time on from a project to project basis to the clients. So here you can see how much time has been charged to the clients as billable hours. You can see a breakup. You can click upon non-billable, you can click upon billable, and the chart varies and gives a breakup, right? Then comes the task productivity. So it gives you a holistic insight in terms of how many people are completing the task on time. For example, if you're at like 20% versus 80%, how many tasks are delayed, how many are completed. So here are the legends: timely, completed late, and so on. So here you actually get to know an overall trend, like if most of the tasks have been completing on time or not. And you can also see the same view by projects, right? So for example, for bid automation, or if I just go back, right, so it depends upon data. So you can see multiple projects. So there's not much data added here, because obviously a lot of things come with data, right? But if you see an example here for bid automation project, 100% is delayed because only one task was assigned in this, right? So you can actually see project wise or employee wise task trends. Then you can see employee capacity. This is very interesting. So you can actually see how many employees are underutilized, overutilized. For example, less than 10%, how many people are utilized less than 10%. So these are 3 people. For example, if I click upon that, you can see the names of those people: Akhil, Saurabh, and Virat. How many people are utilized 30 to 50%, how many people are overutilized, let's say 100%, right? So you can actually see all that data. For example, in July, if you see 2 people are overutilized, so if you click upon that, Sarthak and Virat, they are more than 100% utilized, right? So you can see the breakup, and even you can see why they are overutilized or underutilized. You can see the breakup. These are the projects they are working upon, and under that project they are working upon, these are the tasks assigned for these hours. Then comes the upskilling. So we have a skill module also, from which we kind of collate data here. Top 5 most skilled resources, top 5 most deviated, skill forecasting, skill reporting. So you can actually see how many people are deviated from the defined skills. For example, you can see for Gaurav, right, what trainings he has done, what skills he has been carrying, and so on. So I will go to each module or each product also to walk you through how it works. Then comes the resource pool, which is like your skill metrics. For example, if I select here UI UX as a competency, so I want to understand in UI UX as a competency, you can by the way, you can define your own competencies. We have a very comprehensive org admin where you can actually define all the competency and skills. So in UI and UX competency, for example, these are the employees. It matches 70% is a match rate, and then you can see under UI UX competency there are sub skills, right? So market research, responsive design, UI design, these are sub skills. So these are the ratings given by employees and their managers, which are coming here actually, right? I'll show you when I will go to the skill module that how these ratings have been given by self rating, and the manager rating has been given for each skill, right, by the manager, and manager has approved it. And that is how we can see this module is very important, because there is a talent finder functionality here where you can actually find people for a particular skill, where you may want to plan resources for your upcoming project. So you can actually find resources for UI UX, and you can assign them to a particular project. So I'll walk you through when we will go to resource management for that, right? Then there's a performance goals also. You can see, you can define your own goals, annual goals, quarterly goals. You can even define real-time goals, and you can see performance accordingly. There's a small module we have put in stress and burnout also, because it looks like it's more from HRMS standpoint, but then this is very important from a perspective of burnout as well, like how many people are overburdened or overutilized, right? So you can see these people have actually so this is how on the top, if you see, these nudges come and people fill in these nudges, and as soon as I click upon any nudge, this data comes here, and you can see the breakup that how many people in that week are very stressed or burnt out, what was the reason of the burnt out. This gives you an understanding at a project level also and overall level also, that how the trend is going on for people, because people are the assets for your projects and for your clients, right? And then comes the projects at a org level. There is a different module for project, we'll go there, but then this is an overall level of the projects, where you see how many projects are there. For example, out of 24 projects, right, 54 are delayed, 42% are in progress, right? And this is project by aging, that how many projects are actually how many projects are being completing in more than 90 days, 30 to 60 days, or less than 30 days. So this gives you an understanding that if most of your projects are completing in less than 30 days, that means your pipeline is getting dried up. That means you need to create your sales and pipeline faster, because most of your projects are completing in less than 30 days. So that was the objective of creating this view, project by aging, and then project by status, and then project revenue projections is also there. You can also see the project revenue projections as soon as you start filling in the data for next 6 months and so on. So if you see, this is a very comprehensive and insightful dashboard, where there are multiple sub dashboards at an org level coming from different modules, and all the modules have been stitched together. So if we go here in the second module, which is project management, right, this is project management is itself very deep. So for example, if I go to a project called Squad, you can actually go to this project and you can create tasks here. You can assign it to anyone. You can manage status, due date, estimated hours. For example, manager assign a task for 4 hours, so you can keep a track of it, like how many hours have been utilized in timesheet versus the planned hours. So these are the planned hours, right? You can see the board view, you can see the Gantt view, right? So there are multiple views, which is very common, but yeah. And you can actually go deep into this. You can see the description, you can create subtasks, and then you can create checklist also. You can create a sequential checklist or a parallel checklist. For example, you may create a checklist, let's say doc review, and then enter. So this item, you can add approvers here. So let's say I add an approver Mudit, and then I add approver Madhurima, let's say, for that matter. So these approvers are now being added here in a sequential workflow. So first Mudit will have to review, and then Madhu will have to review. So you can, within a task also, you can create multiple level of checklist to review. Then there are further details and the breakdown of it, right? So guest availability is also available. For example, you want to share this project with the client, but you do not want to share this particular task with the client. You want to keep it internal, so you can switch it on and off. But you can, there is a separate client portal also, where you can actually share the guest access of the whole project with the client as well, right? So there's a very interesting feature called add voice description, which is actually, you don't need to describe everything here, but you can just leave like a small voice description here, right? So that will automatically get attached to this. Then you can see, like you can add a section, you can add a sprint. For example, I have created these sections. So you see this sectional view, and this is a progress bar. Like for example, out of 204, 166 tasks are completed, and you can see a breakup of it, right? So this is how it is. And you can actually drag and drop these tasks to any section, or to any sprint, or to any any section within it. So that feature is available. Then comes the overview, so where you see the details of that project. So for this project, let's say for Worx Squad, you see overall progress, task by status, you see sprint burn down chart, and you see a lot of details from a dashboard standpoint, total tasks, open tasks, overdue tasks, and so on. So this is very detailed for that particular project, then all the files will automatically come here. So for example, if I go to task and if I create a task here, I can actually drag and drop files here. So these files you can drag and drop from your desktop here, right? And any files you drag and drop gets attached to a task, and all these files get collated here as well, associated to a task. So this is the task name, and all the files get collated here. Then comes the messages. So since we have all the products built natively on this Squad platform, so for example, you can now collaborate also with your client, with your users of the group, right? So it's very easy. You can add your client also, you can have chat, calling, and you can discuss your project here. Then comes the finance planner, which is very important from a financial tracking perspective. So if you see here, actual margin, estimated till date margin, a lot of details have been given, right? So there's a breakup here which comes from the data which you enter in the task of that project, and then you can see estimated hours, estimated cost, estimated sales. And there's an org admin, as I said, like you can define your estimated cost, for example your salaries of employees, which can automatically get populated here. Okay, all that data will come here, and accordingly you can see real-time margin. Let me give you an example. For example, you have defined 100 hours. Initially you have planned 100 hours for this project, right? And you have assigned it to your team, those 100 hours, right, under different tasks. Under here you can actually assign hours here, right? So let's say you have planned for 100 hours. Now what happened when people were working upon it, they have crossed 100 hours and they have taken 120 hours. So now the margin will vary here. The real-time margin will change because of the deviation of those 20 hours, because your cost gets increased because of your 20 hours. So here estimated hours till date are coming, which you have planned earlier, and here actual hours till date are coming, which your people have actually filled in. And because of that deviation, the cost gets multiplied and your margin will vary. So you can actually see the real-time margins here. So this is very interesting to keep track of projects and real-time margins. Then comes the quality management. We have created a small feature here for quality management, where you can add benchmarks of that project, that how do you want to track the benchmarks of the project in terms of the quality, and different milestones are here. And then you can give feedback, you can match the expected and actual benchmark here. There are some workflows also. You can add some custom workflows also when this happens, what should happen. So you can create your own like an item is created, status changes to something, so you can create your own workflows. For example, your CRM creates a pipeline, and let's say one of the deal, if it crosses 80% of the probability win, create a project, right? So you can create such workflows also, where a project will get auto created when a deal gets crosses 80% of the probability win, right? Status changes to something, then set priority to something. So you can create your own workflows, right? In that, and then there are some basic settings, right? Giving access to members, release date, all that, those are basic settings. So this was project module, where you see different views here, right? So so this is the project view, and this is the all task view also, where you can see all the tasks across all the projects, right? Now comes the resource management. This module is very interesting in terms of your productivity and billability. So you can see employee capacity and employee availability, right? So for example, let me give you an example. For example, for Asta, now in November, Asta seems to be quite occupied. So you can see in November where is she occupied. For example, if it is showing 88%, right? You want to understand where is she occupied, so you can click upon that. You can see she is working upon the marketing project. Under that, you can further see the expansion of the project, where you see these tasks, that how the breakup of the task is there, which sums up to 40 hours in November 17, right? So this is how you can plan employees, you can plan your resources from employee capacity standpoint. Then you can also do resource booking. What is resource booking? So for example, for a particular client, let's say Worx, right? I type an opportunity, ABC opportunity, and I give it a start date and date. Let's say I'm planning a new opportunity which is about to come, right? So let's say project management opportunity. So you can actually you're expecting a new project which is about to come. So let's say the project was about UI and UX. So now I want people to be planned for my upcoming project. So I will say let's say user interface design. I want that skill, right? Search profiles for that. So this is for internal resource planning, that you want to plan your project in advance. So I see in my organization these are the resources available for UI UX. So let's say I select Rahil and I select Manvi and I select Shubham, and then I can assign these resources in this project which I have planned, right? And then I can submit it. Now what will happen, these resources might be already working somewhere else in some other project. So under resource approvals, these approval requests will come to their current respective managers, where their respective managers will have to approve that they have to release it on a particular date which you have entered and you have planned for your upcoming project. As soon as they release it, for example for Shubham, we have done this. For example, if I approve it, right, so Shubham will get released on that particular date and will get assigned to your project. So this is how the whole journey is available, from resource utilization to resource booking to resource approvals, end to end, right? Let's move to the other module, which is live office. Very interesting. This is not a typical collaboration or communication module here. This is AI powered communication here. So AI agents and your employees sit together here on this module. So for example, this squad agent, right, which I was giving an example earlier also. Now you can get things done from your AI agent. So this AI agent not just give you insights but also get things done for you. So from insights to actions, you can get things done. For example, if I ask, can you please create let's say can you please create a project named Squad Platform, let's say Squad AI platform, which is a non-billable project. Start date is, let's say, November 30th, and end date is December 5th, right? Let's see, right? So you can get your actions also done from this agent. So it is saying to create a project, I need the following details. Client name, right? Client name is Worx sales. Let's say this is a project name available. Description is test platform, right? So as soon as I provide the basic details, it will take an action on behalf of you, right? Now so for example, now the project has been successfully created. So if I go to projects, right, and I find Squad AI, right, see this project has been created from November 30th to December 5th, right? So the point I was trying to make, these Squad AI agents is able to provide you insights plus actions both. I may ask, can you apply timesheet for me for 40 hours under a project called Worx sales for next week. It will create a 40-hour timesheet for me. I don't need to spend time to manually add my timesheet hours here. So it saves a lot of time for employees, right? It will pull in the data from projects and the tasks which they have, right, which they have filled in. So I found a project title Worx sales. I will proceed to apply a timesheet. So this has given me the breakup, right? Yeah, I will say yes. So you can get anything done within the purview of project resource and client management from AI agent. Not just action, as I said, you can, it helps you provide insights also, right? So you can ask it, like, if you want, like, insights about billable hours, how many people have applied leaves this week, how many people have billable, how many billable hours are available for last week, and so on. So all that you can actually see it here. So this was AI agents, taking a little while here, but it will pull in. And then we have users here. You can actually chat with users also. you can, these are your users or employees where you can actually chat with them, collaborate with them, and so on. So you can go here and you can chat with them, right? So then the third is the squads are actually groups. So for example, either you can create your own group, okay, like this, or automatically your projects will become groups automatically. That is called interoperability, where any project you create, that automatically gets created here. For example, Marico Priva, right? So this was a project which we have done here in the project management, and it gets auto created, and all the members of the project get auto created here. You don't need to do anything. That is the interoperability, and that is the beauty of the platform, right? Then you can chat with your colleagues, you can add your client, you can manage your tasks, you can manage your docs, right? And for example, now if you see this interoperability, this task has been pulled from that project which has been created in that project. So you can actually have a unified view here as well. You don't need to scroll up and down, and you can stay here, you can collaborate with your team. So that is how it works, yeah. Then if we go to, yeah, so here I think it has also created this the one which we have current task and project, as AI agent has also created that. Now if we move on to calendar, so calendar provides you an overall view of all your meetings of if I show you here, yeah, so you can see all your events here. We'll come back to this. Let's go to time management first. So you can manage your timesheets here. Employees can fill in timesheets. Managers can approve requests here. Then leaves can also be applied here. Then comes the skills. So you can actually, create your training journeys, onboarding journeys for employees. You can ask them to create skills here. So for example, me as an employee will have to first fill in competency profile here. I have to self-rate it. I will have to give rating to each of my skill, and all these skills rating can be defined in the backend, right? Once I do that, the manager will have to approve that, whether the manager agrees to it or not. Then comes trainings. You can actually create your own trainings. You can create your own assessments here, right? And then you can create learning development plan. For example, AI and ML journey. So you can create a journey here where actually you can create different steps. For example, foundation, practitioner, and so on. For example, I'll show you here this new onboarding journey, right? So here, in 3 sections we have divided: HR onboarding, Worx with capabilities, and ongoing support. The users will have to go through each one of them, followed by an assessment. So first is the training, then the assessment, and so on. And on the top you see the progress here. So end-to-end learning development plan is here. If you are onboarding new employees to train them on something for a particular project or for a particular competency, you can get these journeys created, and they will get automatically trained on that. And you can actually see their insights here under upskilling module, that how many people are skilled, how many are debated, and so on, which we were talking about, right? So this is a view you can actually have. Then comes the goals. You can actually create goals and KPIs here. You can create, add new goal. You can create it for annual performance review or quarterly performance review. And then there's a KPI bank here. You can, save your goals and KPIs. Then you can actually see, summaries here. For example, view score sheet. If you see, these are the different goals and KPIs. Under each goal, you can create your KPIs, and the managers and the peers can review them. So all that can be done. If you see download summary also, it can create summaries for you for that, for a particular employee. So you can actually create a detailed score sheet here, right? So that is how it is. I was trying to show you earlier calendar. So this is how a shared calendar looks like. Generally in an organization, you never get to know who is on leave or on a holiday or on what is the event for other departments. So you can have a shared view also in this calendar, right? So you can see, for example, for the whole month, if I remove events, right, so you can see who all are on leave, who are around trainings, or what are the events available for that particular meetings, and so on, right? So this is a shared calendar view you can see, right? So that's all for today. Thank you so much for your time.